inheritance in Hackney. Certain man can't even be there. There's no inheritance there. There's nothing there for us, man. You can't. What's there, man? Mayor Street, McDonald's, Marks and Spencer. What's there in Hackney that you can lay claim to that? Nothing, man. Our inheritance comes from the Most High. We can't put our inheritance on these carnal things of the world. Let's get Acts chapter 17, verse 26. Yeah, what country are you from? What? You don't love it, man. You don't love it. What country are you guys from? Qual país? Acts 17, verse 26.
The book of Acts chapter 17 and 26. And have made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and have determined the times before appointed.
So all men have been made to dwell upon the face of the earth, right? So to answer your question, King, right? All men come from one man. Yes, elders, you got 2 minutes for the Bible. Now you might be Israelites, yeah, remember that. You might have heard that, you're Israelites. Keep the commandments. Did you know you're Israelite? Did you know? You knew? You didn't know, man, don't lie. Yeah, man. Yeah. You didn't know. So everyone's made from Adam, right? And from the blood that was in Adam, you have, right? The blood that was in Adam is kind of within us, man. Yo, excuse me. Yeah, you with the jacket, the puffer jacket. You believe in God? You don't believe in God? No?
Not yet.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 34 verse 1. So everyone, excuse me, what country are you from?
Brazil.
I didn't hear you. What did you say? I didn't hear that. Just whisper it. Yeah, excuse me. With the bag. Yeah, brother. We've got 2 minutes for the Bible. Come, man. What are you on? What are you on now? Huh? What are you on? You ain't on nothing, man. Yeah, get that.
It's the book of Jeremiah chapter 34 and verse 1. The word which came unto Jeremiah from the Lord when Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon and all his army and all the kingdoms of the earth of his dominion and all the people fought against Jerusalem and against all the cities thereof, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, Go and speak to Zedekiah, king of Judah, and tell him, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will give the city into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall burn it with fire.
And that's what he did. That's what the nations did. The heathen that are round about us, they came around our kingdom, and they came and took it down, man. So the Lord had separated nations. In certain nations, they got their own spirit. Moab, they got their own spirit. Right? They like the unclean food, that's their thing. Elam, they got their own spirit. They like rats. Yeah, sister, you got 2 minutes for the Bible. Do you love God though? How do you demonstrate that? How do you demonstrate you love God?
You've got the design in your head.
Yeah, man, there's fingers and everything there. Yeah, man. Kind of, stumble. That always happens. It's always a stumbling block. Now I got the wood green one. It's like kind of over there. All praises to the Most High, though. Right, so these heathen, they came round about us and tried to take our kingdom down, man. Try to burn it down. Excuse me, what country are you from?
Why?
Because we're trying to speak to our people through the Bible, and we're talking about like different nations that, you know, are written in the Bible.
Okay.
Have you heard about that?
Jamaica.
You're born in Jamaica? Is it?
I was born and raised there. I came here about 4 years ago. Yeah.
What part of Jamaica?
Kingston.
Is it? Is it dad from there?
Yes. Yeah.
What about his dad?
Yeah.
Is it? So do you believe in the Bible? Why not? Does your dad believe in it?
My dad did. His mum, but I don't.
Why not?
Life has a free will, so I don't believe there's God.
But what does God mean to you then?
Huh?
What does God mean to you?
Well, I don't believe in it, so I don't.
You don't believe in God at all?
I believe in the spiritual world, but I don't believe in God, no.
So what's the spiritual world?
Like, you know, when people pass on.
To what?
I don't know where the fuck they go. But all I know is I've got a lot of loved ones who I've lost and I feel them around me.
Okay, I understand. But you know that God deals with those and expects people to go through things.
I
God
can't
is-
believe in something I can't see. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't mean to disrespect your religion.
Okay.
But I just.
So what are you breathing right now?
Huh?
What are you breathing right now?
Breathing. What do you mean breathing? Like breathing?
What are you breathing right now?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, I don't know. I don't know, but I've been told I'm breathing air.
Do you believe that you're breathing air or not?
Well, with all like the pollution that's going on right now, not completely, no. Like, where you know, there's gas in the air, you know.
So you believe there's gas in the air?
Yeah, from
Where?
petrol and things like that. You know what I mean? It's not 100% air.
Can you see it? Do you believe it's
Are you
there?
trying to get out to me right now?
Hey, I'm just trying to see
hear
where you're
that. No, I
at.
appreciate that.
Right.
But I just.
You said you believe in the spiritual world.
Yeah, I do.
Can you see spirits?
No, but I've seen signs.
But you believe in the spirits? You can't see them. So you can believe in things you don't see.
Oh, yeah, okay, I guess so, you're right.
See that? So it's not far-fetched for there to be a God that you don't see, is it? Because one may say you've seen signs, or we've seen signs. I can say I've seen signs. If you justify your belief,
I've done so much good for people and good hasn't come back to me, so I don't believe in it.
depends what you define as good. You know, one man's good is another man's bad. But guess what? You know, you breathing, being alive,
Yeah.
being able to tell your story, right, can be deemed as good. Not every, like you said, you lost a lot of people. That happens.
Yeah.
But you're here. That's you being treated well, in one sense. But maybe there's something. Let's get Isaiah 59 verse 2. So the scripture, it tells you like why some people they go through bad things, and some people, you know, let's get Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 6. Well, we can start at verse 3. Okay.
Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 2. But your iniquities have separated between you and your God, and your sins have hid his face from you.
Sometimes it says your sins have hid his face from you. So some people may not be able to see God or feel God because of the type of things that they do. Right? Not saying you're full of sin. I'm saying there's times where I felt like maybe there's no God, but when I reflected on the type of things I was doing, I wasn't doing the things that were pleasing God. So I wasn't really thinking about God or anything. I was just thinking about myself, maybe some spirits out there, and that was kind of it. Let's get that as well.
This is the book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 2. Looking, verse 3. For consider him that endureth such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. Verse 4. Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin.
So certain sin, it can go contrary to the Most High and His ways. For example, your parents, they're gonna want you to live a particular way. Really, you live in being raised up by them, and God, He's gonna. Huh?
I wasn't raised by those.
I'm saying hypothetically, I'm not saying literally. So they, like your parents would, I'll say, they would want that, right? More, you know, hypothetically, they should, I'll say. That they should want their children to be raised up by the way that they kind of set the rules for the household. And that's how God, if He created everything, He's going to want people to be raised up by it in that way. And if people don't, they're not going to go in that way, that, you know, God's going to turn His face and be like, you didn't want to listen to me. So, you know, if a child just keeps on asking for something, but they're not doing the basic things they're doing, you say, nah, man, next time you ask, nah, man, don't chat to me, man. Chat to me when you go and do that. Let's go to verse 6.
This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
So it says, whom the Lord loves, He chasteneth and scourgeth. So chasten and scourge. You know what those words mean?
I've never read the Bible in my life, so I have no clue.
I mean,
To be honest, I find it quite hard to understand it because they're using such
The
words
old
I don't
words.
understand. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't really
yeah.
understand it, to be honest.
Alright, let's-
But I appreciate you softening me I do believe there's a reason why you stopped me.
I hope so. I believe so.
I think if I want to believe in it, I have to want to believe in it, and I don't.
I agree. You do have to want to.
I'm hurting right now. I just lost my brother due to the police, so this is, to me, this is just. I'm not in the right mental place to acknowledge it.
You see,
Huh?
what do you mean by that?
Please. I'm hurting right now, so I'm not even taking in what you're saying. But I mean, it's okay. Who is he? Jerome. He's from Croydon, so he's around here. So I don't believe in it because if that's the case, they would not took my brother. Simple as. Sorry.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is certain things can happen and they can like bring us closer to God. And certain people, their lives are lost because of the type of things that they're going through. So, and at the same time, even if someone believes it, like you said, people pass on. We believe that God believes in the new generation. So if someone does pass on, why? Because they're going to sleep. So that person is really going to sleep. They're going to come back again. That's what we believe. We understand. Eventually, everyone's going to come back again. So it might be a time when you want to go, at this time, but mourning and grieving is like it's a natural thing. So it's good to like get that out and experience that rather than going through it for a long time. But I would definitely want to be able to find out more about that situation because I would want to do more about that. If that's the case,
there's nothing you can do for me. You can't bring him back to us.
But like, the judgment that can take place for at least, and at the same time, being able to have, because we have sisters as well, man, you know, constantly, and be able to share certain experiences that we really learn.
I'll consider coming to a church and seeing what it's like, but there might be a possibility I say, gradually just not for me and walk out. So, but I don't want you to take offense to that.
That's fine, you know what I mean? But, it's up to you, but you don't know until you try, like I said. So everyone just try it out because it might be what you need. Because it's good to be around other people.
I do go to spiritual churches, but I don't go there for the church itself. I go there because I want to hear from my loved ones. But that's it. Apart from that. But, thank you for stopping me anyway. I'm in a rush.
That's what you're leaving.
Yeah, that's
you have some form of contact or something. What's your name, by the way?
Jody. Nice to thank you. God bless you. Yeah. Thank you.
That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, man.
I literally want to say, when you don't believe it, you want him to bless us.
That's Yo, brother in the pink jacket. You got 2 minutes for the Bible, King. You got 2 minutes for the Bible, real quick. You don't believe in God, no? You do, you don't. See that? How your friends are giggling at you.
Pink, got 2 jackets on, fam.
Isn't
Got a brown one underneath, fam.
Yeah, man. Your sister with the pink headphones. You got 2 minutes for the Bible. Why not? Oh, you with him? Sorry. I can see that. Yeah, man. Got to persuade the Jews and the Greeks and stuff. Those that don't believe, he said, man, there's people that don't even know about this Bible, man. Don't even care about it. Yo, brother, you got 2 minutes for the Bible thing. What country you from, man? Country though. Yeah. Montserrat. Yeah. You know what? Is that? Alright, you be an Israelite, remember that, yeah? Alright, we'll pray. Yeah, man. Well, look after your children, man.
Right.
Fans be out here dilly-dallying, man. And the children.
Right, man.
Baby mom's like, oh. See? Hey.
Where are
Why
you?
you can't be going out with your dad anymore? See, dad is always late. Never loves you. Never wants to look after you. See? Yeah, man, never do your thing, man, whatever the situation. Not saying that's the situation, that's made that up. But that happened. So, man, that was tough though, man. If you can though, real quick, try to look that up before I forget. Jerome, Croydon. That's mad. The name sounds familiar. I might have read that, but that's crazy. That's crazy. You sisters have 2 minutes for the Bible? Probably not, but you guys are Israelites if you didn't know. Alright, if you didn't know, alright man, you gotta know. You guys have 2 minutes for the Bible? No? You believe in God? You know you're Israelite, right? You never knew that? Hello, yeah, you're Israelite. See that? You gotta keep the commandments, man, as Israelite. Right? We're a holy people, a holy nation. Gotta raise up your children in righteousness. Right? It's not time for dilly-dally, as the brother said. Alright? Let's go to Sister, you got 2 minutes for the Bible? Come. What were you on? Packs? You got time for packs though, man? I'm fun packs, man. I hate that place now, man. Got people just in a headlock, man. And RKOs, man. Just sleeping. Yeah, sister with a scarf, you got 2 minutes for the Bible? For the locks, you got 2 minutes for the Bible? Why not? Alright. Cool. You guys got 2 minutes for the Bible over there? Who has 2 minutes for the Bible? You got 2 minutes for the Bible? You got 2 minutes for the Bible? Hey, excuse me, with the glasses. What country are you from? I'm not sure. That's what I was asking. I'd say kind of mixed. Yeah, like, something like that. Okay. Yeah, sister with the glasses. Yeah, you got 2 minutes for the Bible. Come give us 2 minutes, man. For the scriptures, for the Bible. Huh? You what?
Camera.
Yeah, you're not on camera. What country are you from? Huh? Ghanaian. What? So, many people in slavery, right? Why do you think that happened? So, do you think that your people had anything to do with it? Like maybe, you made yourself kind of susceptible to it in a sense? Well, the history is all in the Bible. Christian. So in the Bible, they tell you the history of their ancestors and how they went into slavery. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 13.
Book of Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all his curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So this is speaking towards the Israelites, that if they did not keep the commandments, that curses would happen to them. Have you heard of the Israelites? What do you know about them? In a brief summary. So where were they coming from? What land were they coming from to get to the promised land? Begins with the E. Egypt. Remember they was in Egypt. Alright, let's get that. Exodus chapter 1. Let's start at verse 11. Let's get that.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 13. Therefore my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge.
You know what captivity is? What is it? Alright, so that's what happened to our people, isn't it? They went into slavery. God said that his people went into captivity, went into slavery, because they didn't have any knowledge. What's the type of knowledge you think that we're lacking? Let's go to Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. We're lacking the knowledge of God. Right? A lot of our people, we need to be on one accord first and foremost. And us not having the knowledge of God, we're going to be very set far behind everybody else. Because every other people there together, they're all on one accord pretty much. You had the Hindus over there, all the Indians, they're all together. Chinese, they're all together. But our people, we're all in different types of stuff. You know, like some of us are Muslim, some of us are Christian, some of us are just not anything and just want to be gangsters and do whatever. So we're not all on one accord really. So we're all doing different things. Let's get that.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
That's what happened to us. You know, God should have protected us from those Europeans, but he didn't, because he said, if you reject knowledge, I'll reject you. Meaning, if you don't do what I said, then I'm not going to be there when you call upon me for help. Right?
God, that I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
And that's what happened. Our children were forgotten. That's one of the curses. Let's get Deuteronomy 28 and verse 32.
The book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 11. Therefore, they did set over themselves taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure, cities, Pithom and Ramesses.
So the Israelites built in Egypt treasure cities for the Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh is another name for the king of Egypt. And treasure cities were built by the Israelites. It was set over them taskmasters, which are slave masters that were built over them. So in Egypt, the Israelites were living as slaves. They had to build and build and build. And then the pharaohs made it like harder and harder for them. That's why Moses had to come and ask to let the people go. He didn't do it, and then God sent the 10 what? Exactly, the 10 plagues. The 10 plagues were set, the last one was set, and then they went into, they left Egypt and went into the Red What? And they went into the Red Sea in order to get to Israel. Right, so this is what the Israelites had to receive. They had to go through slavery. What other people do you know that had to go through slavery, man? Other than us, really? Other than us, no one's really been through slavery like us, man. But when you read about slavery and harsh bondage, you kind of see that in the scriptures. Alright, shout out you, Jody, man. We'll look out for you, yeah? Let's get Deuteronomy 28, verse 30.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
Right, so I'm not sure if it's in Ghana, but somewhere in the West Africa, you've got a statue of a woman kind of looking for her children is that in Ghana? Yeah, there's a statue of a woman looking for her children, and as the slave master kind of took them away on the ships. That's in the scriptures. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall fail with longing for them. Meaning, you're going to long for them because they're going to be getting further and further away and they're never going to come back. That's what happened to our people. No one's ever experienced that. That our people, the children just went away and just never came back again. Right? And the Bible even describes what type of transport they even left on as well. That happened to nobody else. Let's go to verse 68.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. So
God said that after they passed the Red Sea, God said that they'll go into Egypt again if they keep sinning. So Egypt is a place where the Israelites will walk. Exactly. So if they're going to go into Egypt again, God is saying they're going to go into what again? Exactly. So they're going to go into captivity, slavery again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It says with ships. It says these Israelites will go into slavery and ships. Who else do you know that's going into slavery and ships? Alright, so what does that make us if God is speaking to the Israelites? Is that? We're actually the Israelites according to the Bible.
That's right.
And we're going to read on to prove that we're not taking out our context, yeah?
With ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So isn't that what happened? We were sold when we went into Americas and the Caribbean, where the Ashanti people were sold. You know, because you got words that are in Twi, you got that in the Caribbean, you got that in Jamaica. You still got Ghanaian words in there. Because the same people that were taken to Jamaica and the Caribbean and Americas were those same people. But we are those Israelites. And you know, it's been hidden for us for so long. And you know, it's all praises to the Most High God that we're able to find out who we truly are. Because a lot of people that are of these other nations, they know their history. And we're the only people who don't know our history. Do you know any like kings that of your history that you may have had? Have you heard of any kings of like European kings ever? Why is that? Exactly. When they took that history away from us. Let's get Jeremiah 17 verse 4. They took that away from us so that we didn't know these things anymore. Let's get Revelation 1.
It's the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Speaking about the Israelites, they're going to discontinue from the heritage that was given unto them. Let's prove that in verse 1.
Jeremiah 17 and verse 1. The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron.
The sin of Judah. So Judah are the Israelites. Right? One of the tribes of Israel is Judah. Right? The kingdom of Judah. And you actually find on maps, you find the kingdom of Judah in the 17th century map. You can look at it whenever you go home. The 17th century map, the kingdom of Judah, is going to show you right where Ghana is. Right? That's where the kingdom of Judah is. Right? That's not originally, but the Israelites at one point they lived in West Africa, and that's where the people were taken from. They're originally in Israel, and they traveled to West Africa at a point, and then they were taken in slavery from West Africa to where they are today. And that's why we're all over the world. Let's get verse 4 again.
Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So God says He's going to cause the Israelites to serve their enemies in a land which they don't know. This is a little picture of a little clip of a map. It's kind of cropped out, but this is what's this? Gold Coast. You know what it is? Right. So this is Ghana, and here you have slave coast, and here, which is right next to it, should be like Togo, and here it says Wida or Kingdom of Judah.
Kingdom of K of Judah.
Right? That's literally on those maps, man. They tried to take it out because they knew where the slaves were at is where they called the Kingdom of Judah. Out of all places, the places where they're taking the slaves, that was referred to as the Kingdom of Judah. You can find that at home, man.
Sure.
Right, in your own time. How old are you? Oh, alright, praise it. So, you go to church? What church you go to? MSCI. You might have heard of it. Maybe I've seen that. You used to go. I think because they don't. Let me show you that there might be something. What is Christ look like? What is he looking? Yeah, I'm saying. But guess what? In the Bible, will tell you exactly what it looks like. So everything in the Bible matters. I'm just saying, we've gone through other things that matter, who the Israelites are, that you would actually be an Israelite. Let's see what else is in the scriptures, man. Because you can't just read and see the same. We just read John 3:16 every week, the same thing. You know John 3:16? Right, but do you know this verse? You know Revelation 1 and 14? We'll see.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So Christ's hair was woolly. It was white, woolly hair. So he had a woolly textured hair. Right? Our hair is good hair. Some people think, you know what? Our hair, nah, it's not good hair. You need to have the white woman's hair. You need to have the white man's hair. No, man. Christ, he had woolly hair himself. Right? He had the black man's hair, man. Right? Because who else has woolly hair but us? Let's read on.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So he had a long garment that he was wearing, and his feet were described as fine brass. So you know what color brass is with a beat. Exactly. So his feet, you're very intelligent, that's good. His feet, his skin color was brown. So who has brown skin and woolly hair but us? Alright, let's read on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
And the skin was like it's even burned in a furnace. Have you heard that verse before? Say that again. So, every part of the Bible matters. Don't let anyone tell you, you know what, that part of the Bible doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter. Now put that book down. What are you doing reading Obadiah? Put it down. Oh man, read Obadiah, man. Right. Read Exodus. And say, no, what? She's reading Leviticus again. Kick her out. No, don't let anyone say that to you.
Right.
Oh man, if you're reading the scriptures, that's a powerful thing. They don't have to wait until Sunday to start opening the Bible up.
Yeah.
Hey man, do that every day.
That's right.
Have these words within your mind. Everyone says, yeah, God is in my heart. But how's he only in your heart if you only think about him on Sundays? I'm not saying you do that. A lot of people, they do that. Even less than that. But the real Sabbath day is actually Friday evening to Saturday evening. You know, the Sabbath day that we have today, you know, what they call a Sunday, it's not a real Sabbath. The real Sabbath is on... So what denomination, you non-denominationals are you for yourself? So Christ, he was a dark-skinned man, right? And let's go to Hebrews chapter 4, verse 15. He was a dark-skinned man. The Israelites were a dark people. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground.
Judah, they're black unto the ground. So the Jews are black. The original Jews, they will be dark-skinned. Christ was dark-skinned, the same way we're dark-skinned and had woolly hair.
That's right.
We can't just think that, you know, we're not a special people when we really are. God made us to be chosen, holy, and special unto him. Let's go read.
Hebrews 4 and 15. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted, like as we are.
So Christ was tempted like as we are, yet
without sin.
Yeah, he didn't have sin. So Christ had people telling him to sin, saying, nah, you know, break the Sabbath, you know, eat this, eat that, you're powerful. But he was without sin. He didn't have any pride within him. He didn't think he was, you know, puffed up, man. You know what sin is though? What is it? You know, like what? And where would you find out about those things? Which one? Yeah, but how do you find exactly what those sins are? Which part? You know? Let's get on 1 John.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So sin is when you go against the law itself. So you know when you're in sin, like you know when you're committing a crime, because you'd have to know the law, what the law is, if you know to know what the crime is. Right? So likewise, if you're going in sin, you'd have to know what the law is. You'd have to know what the law is if you know to know what sin is. So you know when you mentioned certain laws that we should be keeping, and I agree. Shouldn't be stealing, shouldn't be lying. You know any other laws that we should be keeping? Alright, the 10 Commandments. You know the 10 Commandments? Give it a try, give it a try. You got about 4. That's good, man. That's better than a lot of people. That's good. Let's get Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. And let's get Exodus chapter. Actually, we'll get it. Sorry.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So keep the Sabbath day. That's also one. Remember that one now? And the Sabbath day, it says, is the seventh day. Not the first day of the week. Sunday is the first day of the week. The seventh day is Saturday. And that will begin on Friday evening until Saturday evening. So right now is the Sabbath day. So that's actually a commandment that we're meant to be keeping. Let's go to verse 3 as well.
Deuteronomy chapter 20, Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
That's also a commandment. A lot of these ones, everyone kind of remembers no lying, no killing, no stealing. That's kind of the thing everyone remembers, but this world teaches you that already. So, you know, you doing that doesn't make you holy. Or I don't kill, I don't steal, and I don't lie. This world will teach you that. But what does God teach us that the world doesn't? Because guess what? God said that we should be doing certain things. Let's get Romans chapter 12 verse 2. That we should be doing certain things that will make us not conform to this world. So there's certain things that go on in this world that we should not be doing. Alright? Let's get Deuteronomy 22 verse 5.
Book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
So, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So, the scriptures should renew your mind. So you had an old mind, and then in Christ you have a new mind. You have a new thought process. Those things I thought, was right, but now I know that's wrong. I need to move in a new direction. And I'm going to show you something that, a lot of our people we think is okay right now. The world does, but something that we shouldn't be doing. Let's get to Leviticus 11 and 7.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Would you want to be an abomination? So, what is this verse telling you how to not be an abomination? What do you have to do or not do? Yes, exactly. Cross-check. So, that's very good. Very smart, very smart. So, how can a man cross-dress? What do you have to do? Sorry? That's feminine. It's an estrogen. Yeah, man. So yeah. Man can't be taking estrogen, man. Trying to, you're madness. No, you can't do that. No cross-dressing. I agree. What would he? Definitely not acting feminine. What type of things would he be wearing that's like feminine?
I don't really know if she was in our society. I feel like they're trying to push something that goes out of gender.
Exactly.
And I can say that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why God said don't be conformed to this world. Because how God created things is different to how man today created things. When you go into Primark, it's all, look man, I actually don't look. That should, look at this on the front, at the front of the, that's off, man. And you've got half naked people in the front of these stores, man. That's not right, man. Or come in and buy some bras. Now what's that gonna do? So, really, okay, what type of things that woman can do to cross-dress? What would you say?
There's this thing, I think it's called a Bible, so it's like this kind of dress. Yeah. I don't know if that's what it's called. It's like this kind of dress, I don't know about a picture of myself. So this is called that.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. I'm gonna read it one more time, yeah?
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
The woman shouldn't wear which pertaineth, which means belongs to a man. So what type of things should a woman not wear that belongs to a man? Boxes. Yeah, boxes. Alright, because you're not boxing, are you? Boxers are called boxers. That's why they're called boxers. Boxing shorts. Right? Oh yeah, Michaela Tyson. Nah, man. Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson, man. That's it, man. Yeah. Boxers is one. What else? I mean, yeah. What's similar to boxers? Yeah, shorts. You know, yeah, shorts is one. Definitely. I mean, it's in the name. Walking around in shorts and, you know, just revealing half your body. So that's right. I mean, men shouldn't be wearing shorts that are. No one should be wearing any type of shorts that are above the knee. Or them like them old school football players, man, running around in their shorts up here, man. John Barnes and them, man, there, man. Running around in their shorts and, you know, like some Greek. They shouldn't be doing that. I agree. What else is similar to shorts? Trousers. Why you looking? Hey, lift your head back up. What? You know it was coming. Shorts are similar to trousers. Because they're short what? Why are they called shorts? Because you got shorts and you got 3/4 lengths and then you got trousers. Right? It's just working its way down. So it's all the same thing. Right? You know what I mean? That's what belongs to a man, isn't it? Trousers.
That one's the after the basic.
You have to what?
After the basic.
You have to.
The basic. I wear trousers.
The basic. Okay, debate.
No. I didn't know what to say, like. Don't do me like that, no. I don't know, I just I'm gonna do a lot of times. I didn't know what to say. I think
Acts chapter 7, verse 54. When they heard these things, they were cut to the heart. They were cut to the heart. And they gnashed on him with their teeth.
That's what happens, man. Because Stephen, he was bringing out scriptures, right, and he was going into the law. And then what the Pharisees did is they were mad that they were bringing out the scriptures because they were cut to the heart because they knew it actually applied to them, but they didn't actually want to apply it. They were finding out someone is saying these things against them, but it's like, we're in leadership, man. We've been in this thing for longer than you. Some people got, we've been in this thing for time, man. You're a little boy, man. You're a little man. You can't tell me nothing. That's what he was doing to Stephen. It's like, what? This little guy trying to tell me what to do, and they ended up stoning him, man. They killed him, right? Because they were cut to the heart. They gnashed on him with the teeth, and they started stoning him, man. And Paul was there, right? So, or before he was Paul, when he was still in the world. So, they didn't really apply the laws to them. They were cut to the heart when the laws were coming out, and that's what happens. You know, the laws kind of come out and be like, oh, you know what? That cut me, man. Right. And that's what happened just now. You heard about the trousers, and it kind of cut you a little. Well, you know that trousers belong to men, right? So you think it's only talking about shorts and boxers, that's it? Do you wear shorts? Well, either way, then you shouldn't be wearing shorts then, right? Huh? Yeah, I'm saying outwardly, you know, you're out, you know, with shorts and, you know, showing off half your legs. It's not really, that's deemed as nakedness. Look at that in Exodus chapter 28 verse 42. So yes man, I see all the men up here got trousers on and the women have what on? Yeah man. Because that's what, let's read that one more time.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So there's a woman's garment. What's a woman's garment that a man shouldn't wear?
Right.
It says neither shall a man wear a woman's garment.
Right.
What's that woman's garment? What's the undergarment? Yeah. Alright. Do you know what else is an undergarment? Leggings. Since when? Since when do people start wearing it? Huh? In your lifetime, that's when people... 20 years ago, I don't know, leggings exist 20 years ago? I don't even know. I never saw them. I never saw one person wear those. Right, that's the new thing, man. They went from jeans to jeggings and then leggings. Right, no one was wearing that before that. Right, they're a relatively new thing. They're kind of like tights. Tights, you don't just wear tights and nothing over it, do you? So why would you do the same with leggings? Get 1 Timothy 2. Yeah, but they don't protect, you know, they don't protect your body, bro. Dress and skirt. Right. What else can a woman's garment be? You really think it's talking about panties? Yeah, that's a woman's garment that a man shouldn't wear. Or do you think a man should wear a dress? You think he should? Alright, so it's talking about dresses. So when it said a man shouldn't wear a woman's garment, it's talking about a dress. Then a woman shouldn't wear a man's garment. What's that talking about? So a woman shouldn't wear a man's garment. What's that talking about? Yeah. Alright, so let's read this.
It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
What's modest apparel then? Sorry? Exactly. So it's leggings covering itself up. It is. Explain that to me. What does modest mean? Do you know the definition of modest? Yeah, alright. Modest is going into like showing things that would incite desire from types of desires. Alright, so it's not just about not showing skin, because you could not show skin and wear very tight clothing.
Yep.
So modest power is not about just not showing skin. What makes dresses and skirts very productive is that they're loose. They're not tight upon the body, so they don't show the skin like leggings would, or bodysuits, or whatever type of things they got going on. When someone said a bralette, I don't even know what that is. All of these type of things, alright? All of these type of things that are in the world, that's what we're meant to be wearing. So they have dresses in home. Does your mom wear a dress every day? Almost every day. Can you do it? Alright, so why do you not do it? Is that because you didn't know that you had to do that, or? Oh, it's the scriptures, isn't it?
Spirit telling you what to say.
So we read it. You said in Acts 13. Don't worry. Sorry. So we read about Stephen. He was cut. He made the men cut to the heart. So when they got their conviction, was that by themselves, or did someone have to tell them for them to be cut to the heart? So that was Acts 7. When let's get read again. Acts 7 verse 54. Read one more.
Book of Acts chapter 7 and 54. When they heard these things, they were cut to the heart.
When they heard these things, when someone told them these things, they were cut to the heart. You can't just wait for your own conviction all the time. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 9. You can't wait for your own conviction all the time, because your mind can tell you many things.
Right.
You can't trust him.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
So, there's people that, if they relied on their personal conviction instead of going to the scriptures, people can justify all types of things. They'll justify stealing. They say, well, I'm hungry. So it's fine. Like the same example with Mishloch, they might not get conviction because they might think, well, I'm hungry. What? I need to feed my family. Some people, they might justify, murdering somebody because it's like, what? You see what you did to me? That was disrespect. So they might justify it. Some people might justify adultery and be like, what? He's not treating her right anyway, so I can have that. Some people justify it. Go on. But that happens. So if you rely on your mind, to tell you. Exactly. So you can't just completely just wait to be convicted and wait for the Spirit to tell me, when the Spirit operates through different people to convict people. Right? That's what we're all here for. To admonish, to edify. Right? That's why you would go to church to be convicted, right, by your pastor or whoever, right? You're just waiting, I'm just gonna walk around, and whenever I feel like, this is wrong, then I'll stop doing it. No, people have to tell you these things. That's what we're here for. Let's get Hebrews 10 verse 25.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
So walk in the Spirit, and then you don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. So to walk in the Spirit is you walking according to the ways of God. You're not going to go into the ways of the flesh. But guess what? Go on.
Verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh.
So they go contrary to one another. So your mind, you can have a carnal mind and a spiritual mind. Let's get Romans chapter 8 and verse 6.
Hebrews 10 and 24. And let us consider one to another to provoke unto love and to good works.
We have to provoke one another unto love and good works. You can't just, just wake up righteous, having no one around you. Every day you're just on fire. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9. You can't just be by yourself expecting to be on fire. Because if you're low in the Spirit, are you just going to wait for conviction to get back up, in the Spirit? If you're feeling down, or you don't know the answer to exactly. But not just that. Not just that. Let's get Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor.
So you've got to have people that can be able to show you these things. Go on.
For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that has a Lord when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone?
Right. If you want to be on fire, you've got to be together. Look at Acts 8 and 36.
The book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 6. And verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Right, so there's a carnal mind and a spiritual mind. So if you rely on the thoughts of the mind, how are you going to be able to distinguish what's the carnal mind and what's the spiritual mind when you're doing something that's wrong? Yeah, you might, have to read your Bible. You also have to apply what's in there. But you also, that's what people are for to help you. Acts 8 and verse 36.
The book of Acts, chapter 8 and verse 36, and it reads, "And as they went on their way, they came unto a certain water, and the eunuch said, See, here is water. What doth hinder me to be baptized?" Verse 30, "And Philip ran thither to him, and heard him read the prophet Isaiah, and said,"
So he was, the eunuch was reading the prophet Isaiah, right? Go on. And said to Peter,
"Understand this, what thou readest?"
and he asked if he understood what he was reading. He was reading Isaiah. He was like, do you understand that?
And he said, "How can I, except some man should guide me?"
That's what it is. How are you going to be able to understand everything in the Bible and no one's guiding you? That's how deep the scriptures are. How are you going to understand the book of Revelation? No one's guiding you. How are you going to understand Isaiah and the prophecies and no one's guiding you? The prophets themselves could barely understand it. That were actually receiving the revelation themselves. How are we by ourselves going to be able to understand it by ourselves? It's going to take a multitude of people gathering together to be able to understand what was going on at that time. So, to be convicted, right, it takes being around other people, it takes reading the scriptures. If you rely on your own mind, a lot of people, if they're relying on their own mind, they'll say whatever they want about the scriptures. Right? Let's go to 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 12. Okay, I'll give you a couple more. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 20, and it reads, "Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation."
And that's another thing. So the scriptures, it can't mean, one person thinks it's this. One person thinks Deuteronomy 22 and 5 is speaking about dresses and trousers. Another person thinks it's talking about something else and saying, no, it's not that, it's this. No, someone's right or you're both wrong. There's only one right. You can't be this person's right, this person. It can't both be happening at the same time because God can never be wrong, right? So you can't have a private interpretation of the scriptures. I'm going to give you one more verse before we go, and I'm going to give you a leaflet as well.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God."
So this is speaking about the Israelites, which you are. Did you say your name was? Amber. Alright? You'll be a holy people unto the Lord as an Israelite. Go on.
"The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself."
Alright. So the Israelites are a special people. Not meant to be like everyone else. Not meant to be conformed to this world. Holy, set apart. That's what we're meant to be. And as you see, our people, we are special unto the Lord. Our people, wherever you want, some people say we're black or whatever, but the Israelites, they are special. That's why they dance better than everyone else. They cook better than everyone else, right? They smell better than everyone else. They make better choices. They have better common sense than everyone else, right? We're just better in all aspects, man. We sing better. Our music's better. We're faster, stronger, right? God said that the Israelites will be a special people. So whoever's doing those things, they're going to be the Israelites today. Finish that.
To be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's how much the Most High God values us, right? To be more than anyone else. So you have to remember that He values us so much. So He's watching over us. He wants us to do better all the time. He wants us to increase more and more. So that's what we have to do, right? So remember you're Israelite. Kapash. Let her get a leaflet, Kapash. So on there is our Instagram, YouTube, some scriptures that we're going through today to remind you of certain things you may not have heard of, or things you may want to continue